The criteria that doesn't change for single family homes, mixed use, commercial, meaning apartments or warehouses, is a credit score of 599 and below. We don't care what the score is. We'll go up to a 50% loan to value, whether it's a refi or a purchase. We don't have any seasoning, so they can be on title the next day. That's not a problem for us. We'll do foreclosure bailouts or bankruptcy bailouts at 50% loan to value with no problem. Generally, we'll write those on a 30-year fix, so there is no balloon. But if the borrower wants to have like a 2-year bridge loan instead, we can do that for them.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Pros podcast. I'm Kristen, and I'm here with Jeff Fink, who is a wholesale account rep at Velocity Mortgage. So we have a lot to talk about within the lending world. I'm excited to get into it. Thanks for being here, Jeffrey.
Sure. Thanks for having me.
Amazing. So how about, you've been in this industry a very long time, 30 years, you said. So
Correct.
talk to us about how you kind of got into this and what you love about it.
Got into it. I was in the finance world originally, and then somebody introduced me to the mortgage industry, and before you know it, I was just writing mortgage loans. I was a broker for a long, long time. I still am a broker, but I was submitting a lot of loans through this lender, and they basically brought me on board because you might as well do this. You have a good relationship with a lot of lenders out there and brokers. So I started kind of transitioning from broker to being a wholesale account rep, which benefited me because I understand what the normal broker is going through,
Right.
the pressure they're getting from the borrowers, how they need to get things expedited. So I basically take every deal serious. Like it's like my own personal client, not just a broker sending me a deal as a number. So that is a completely different deal because most account reps were never brokers to begin with.
Right. And
So, so I mean, I know how to structure stuff. Just you send a deal in and it doesn't really quite fit. I have a second set of eyes, and sometimes I can show you how to move things around the puzzle to get a deal done.
yeah, absolutely. I love how you were talking about kind of the pain points that brokers have. Can you just expand on that a little bit more and
You
kind
mean
of
they're
how,
they're they're pinpoints? You said?
yeah, pain points and kind of how you work with them and, what makes it
Yeah,
different?
basically, yeah. I mean, the way I work with them, they can go into our portal and price a loan, but I always like to be in front of it. So I always tell them, email me the scenario, even if you're putting it into the portal, because sometimes when you're pricing something in an engine, you can not put in something incorrectly. You could put a FICO score in of 649, and then it may not price well for you because you didn't put 650. When at 650, I could get the deal. I could get an exception at 649. So you can't, I would say, send me the scenario. I'll tell you how to structure it. And then we can get the deal done. Because at the end of the day, you want to get the deal done because every client you get is just so valuable and you have to get back to them quickly. And more importantly, if you promise something, you got to come through with it. So if I tell you we could do something, we can do it.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
The only thing that would possibly cause it to not close a loan is if the borrower did not disclose something that showed up on whether it be title or the credit report or a mortgage history, things like that. If they didn't disclose stuff, then yes, I mean, stuff can get, messed up. But if we have all the information, it's not going to get messed up.
Right. Absolutely. Talk more about kind of that credit criteria and what you guys are
Yeah.
looking for.
Yeah. So the credit criteria, this is where we separate from everybody. First, we're a direct lender. We're not shopping it. When we price a loan, I like to call us soft hard money a little bit because our rates are less. So our interest rates can range from 8.5 on single family homes to 10. Our mixed use and commercial properties, they could be 8.5 up to 12, depending on the loan to value and the credit scores. But the criteria that doesn't change for single family homes, mixed use, commercial, meaning apartments or warehouses, is a credit score of 599 and below. We don't care what the score is. We'll go up to a 50% loan to value, whether it's a refi or a purchase. We don't have any seasoning, so they could be on title the next day. That's not a problem for us. We'll do foreclosure bailouts or bankruptcy bailouts at 50% loan to value with no problem. Generally, we'll write those on a 30-year fix, so there is no balloon. But if the borrower wants to have like a 2-year bridge loan instead, we can do that for them. Credit scores of 600 to 649, we can go as high as 70% loan to value, purchase or refinance. And credit scores of 650 and above, we can go up to as high as 75%, depending on the loan amount. But the real good stuff too on commercial, we've been doing a lot of warehouses lately, warehouse space. Just did one for $3 million. We just closed. Value on the property was 5.7. No bank statements were needed. Verified business license, and obviously the appraisal, and we do an environmental check on the property. Obviously make sure there's no chemicals and so forth, right, on the property. But that's the beauty. And if you have, we don't care about tax returns. When you get into owner-user, mixed use of commercial properties, if it's owner-user and it's a loan amount below $700,000, we don't need anything. Over $700,000, all we ask for is a profit and loss statement. So we have our stuff's just not complicated. We've thinned out all the documentation.
And how does that, talk kind of more about how that's even beneficial, like for you guys, I guess, thinning out that criteria, you still kind of get this, you're able to work with customers and there's nothing holding you guys back. So, why do other people have those barriers in place, do you think?
It depends on the lender they're using. We fund our own loans. We securitize our own stuff. We're publicly traded. So we don't have to worry about brokering it out or going to get an exception because we are the bank. So that's the difference. If you try to get a commercial loan at a bank, just as an example, they're going to want 3 years tax returns. And I both know, sadly, most business owners show very little profit at the end of the day. So we'll look at the building, we'll look at the business, and when we do our appraisal, all that comes into contention. So even if it's an owner-user building, our appraisal will still involve a rental survey, because if we had to take the building back for some reason, we have to know how much we could rent it for.
Right.
But everything is based on loan to value and FICO scores. When you get into loan amounts above $2 million,
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
We limit our loan to values to 70%, but we always have exceptions. I mean, because everything's got an exception to it. If someone's had a great mortgage history on their primary residence, but maybe they're 60 days late on their warehouse loan, we could still get that done. A perfect example, Lily just closed a warehouse loan for $3.1 million. The guy was currently 7 weeks behind on his current million-something loan payment. Okay, we still closed the loan. We got a letter of explanation, but there's not a bank in America that would close that loan and give you $2 million cash out when you're 7 weeks behind, right? But you go a little more in depth in the deal, and we found out what the reason was, and we were okay with the reason.
Nice. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
that gives people a lot of options. I think that definitely in this world, a lot of people kind of they say the no to themselves before they hear the no, and they kind of hold themselves back from maybe getting a good deal.
yeah. I mean, look, the beauty of our product is that you don't have to have a lender's license or broker's license in 90% of the states in this country. The only states that you have to have a broker's license to fund investment loans is California, Utah, Arizona, Nevada, and Oregon, and Idaho. That's it. The rest of the country is wide open. So you've got licensed loan officers out there all over the country that may be submitting loans through their broker, whether it be through us or someone else, where they could sign up directly with us. They don't have to split anything.
Yeah.
And we don't charge any points. You charge what you want to charge. We'll allow you to charge up to 5 points in origination fees on a loan.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and there's a huge benefit there. And how do you find brokers that you like working with, and kind of how do you
Uh,
go
for the
make
most part, I got a referral base. Well, one broker will refer me their friend. I do get some, I'll run some kind of spotty ads here and there on Facebook. So I'll get some calls here and there. I'll go into LinkedIn as well. I'll get some stuff there. But that's the most part. But the amount of loan officers out there that, one, don't know about us, or two, are channeling loans through their broker when they can go independent with us, it's pretty much untouched.
Yeah.
But I think at the end of the day, it's our FICO scores, and our loan equity. But our best product is that, if you got a 605 credit score, and it's a single family home and you need a 65% loan to value, I can get that done.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's no income, we don't even care about the rental income. If the property's leased out, we definitely get a copy of the lease to document the file. If it's vacant, then we just get a letter of what is your plan with the property. Is your plan to Airbnb it? Is your plan to put it up for lease? Just so we understand what your plan is, but we don't worry about it being leased out.
Yeah. And what is kind of the timing with, these loans that you're
Start to finish, if it's a 1 to 4 unit property, start to finish, if we get everything in on time, really should not take more than 21 days. I've gotten them done in 14 days. On commercial properties, that'd be mixed use, warehouses, apartments. I mean, those tend to take a little bit longer. Those could take I get them done in 30 days, but sometimes you got tenants in a property, they're not allowing someone in. So I always say those deals tend to take 6 weeks. I try to be as transparent as possible to set expectations so nobody's upset. But can you get them done in 3 weeks or 4 weeks? Yes. Yeah, that can happen. So it's just about cooperation from everybody.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Yeah. And what are some of the things that maybe you see from people that delay the process? I'm sure you see mistakes over and over.
Sure, absolutely. Well, the first thing we do is the minute a file is submitted, we then from there will issue out a link for them to pay for the appraisal. Okay, so they get that done right away. From there, I have the brokers send them out the insurance request so we get the right loss payee information and right coverages, and also make sure they get their title ordered. Too many times brokers wait too long to get that stuff. So now the appraisal comes back, right? And they don't have the title yet. They don't have the insurance yet, and it holds things up. If you get into certain areas, example, I do a lot of loans in Florida on the coast. Insurance is tough everywhere now. So you really have to be on top of it, especially if there's flood. You need to get wind insurance, hurricane insurance, all kinds of stuff. So the minute that appraisal is paid for, I send out 2 forms with exactly what's needed for both. And if you get those things, if those come in and the application's in, everything else just flies through the system. But the title report's the most important because always seems to be something that shows up on the preliminary title report that may be correct or incorrect or old, and we need to address it, quickly so we're not hung up.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've been in this business for so long, 30 years. I'm sure you've seen a lot of up and down waves in the investment side of things. What's it looking like now? Is the investment market pretty strong right now?
It's pretty strong. Yeah, your investment market is absolutely is strong, and your biggest reason is the banks themselves have tightened up. Okay, because they're sitting on supposedly a bunch of commercial losses. So when they give a loan on a commercial property, whether it be a warehouse or a single family home or whatever, they want to see full tax returns. They want to see full documentation. They want to see generally, 12 months reserves where we don't. So that right there it separates us completely. But most people that own investment properties, for the most part, they really tend to be self-employed,
Right.
which means generally they're not going to show enough income. There's loans out there, the DSCR loans, which is based on the rental income, as an example. I find the biggest problem on DSCR loans is they'll go as high as, say, an 80% loan to value, but the interest rate and based on the payment, it doesn't make sense. In other words, they want to borrow 80, but because it's not aligning up, maybe they get cut back to 60. So we kind of get a lot of DSCR fallout because we don't care about the rental income. So that really makes a big difference with us. Our rates are a little bit higher than that, but that is a non-issue for us. Plus the credit scores, we'll go low credit scores.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you guys give such
Yeah.
good options for people, and I mean, you get the deals done very quickly as well. I
Well,
think, yeah,
yeah, like we'll get a lot of hard money bailouts. So people that took out 1-year hard money loans through private lenders, right? I mean, there's so many out there that I can't begin to tell you. And 1 year rolls around, those have balloon notes that are due. And most of the hard money lenders, what they want to do is foreclose because they get the property and they get the penalties associated with it. Most of those penalties are 20% of the principal balance. But 99% of those loans could have funneled through us to begin with on 30-year fixed rates with no balloons at better rates and less costs if they would have went this option to begin with.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, it seems like a no-brainer to work with you guys. I think you've given a really
Just
good.
have to know about us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And that's what we're doing here. Kind of on that note, tell everybody how to find you and how to work with you and kind of the types of people that you love working with.
Yeah, no, the best way to get a hold of me, honestly, is just, call me direct, 818-723-1638, or send me an email at jfink@velocitymortgage.com.
Amazing. Well, thanks so much for being here, Jeff.
Thanks, Kristen. Appreciate you.
And thank you everybody for listening. Hope you learned a lot and maybe, got some inspiration to maybe restructure your business a little bit and reach out to Jeff for sure. And we will see you back next time. Bye.
All right. Thanks, Kristen.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.